From the Associated Press's most outstanding news operation for the second year in a row, News Channel 33 at 6 begins right now.
Good evening, I'm Steve Shanavy. Nearly 2 years have passed since a state audit revealed the Mahoning Valley Sanitary District misspent more than $2 million of taxpayer money. In tonight's top story, we learn an indictment may finally be coming. A secret grand jury in Trumbull County yesterday produced an indictment in the case. Now, no one is saying who has been indicted, but speculation centers around former MVSD Director Ed Flask. The investigation presented to the grand jury focused on the audit and the findings for recovery of the $2 million by the former MVSD officials and vendors. Now, because of the statute of limitations, Wednesday is the deadline for the grand jury to determine any misdemeanor charges against Flask. A hearing on that matter is set for Tuesday. Covering Columbiana County at 6, County Treasurer Angie Frank says she plans to leave office this fall. Mrs. Frank has been the county treasurer for the past 6 years, taking office in the middle of a $10 million investment scandal by her predecessor, Ardell Stravola. Now, Frank says she succeeded in her goal of restoring integrity to the office. She has not yet given a specific date for her resignation, only that it will be sometime this fall. 2 years remain on her term. Covering Lawrence County at 6 o'clock, one person is dead after a traffic accident early this morning in Slippery Rock Township. It happened on Schaefer Road, about 1 mile east of State Route 65. Here's what's left of the car driven by 20-year-old Glenn Schultz of Newcastle. After he went off the road, struck a tree, and then the car burst into flames. Now, Schultz was only slightly injured, but his passenger died at the scene. The investigation continues into the mysterious death of a woman found yesterday inside her burned car in Hubbard Township. The Trumbull County coroner is performing an autopsy today. This is where they found the body of the 40-year-old woman laying over the front seat of her car on Oakmont Drive. Now, the car was parked partially in these woods at the dead end of the street. Police are handling the case as a homicide. A Youngstown firefighter charged with gambling last week is in more hot water. Youngstown police broke up an illegal card game last night at Kirkoozie Hall, arresting 5 people. One of them, Youngstown firefighter Patrick George, was picked up at a similar raid last week at a West Side social club. At Kirkoozie's, police seized a small amount of cash along with alcohol that was being sold illegally. Last night's DUI checkpoint in Boardman netted numerous arrests. It was the first time Mahoning County Sheriff's deputies set up a checkpoint at the intersection of Willow and Market Streets. That's right across from the old Boardman police station. The police charged 3 people with DUI and cited dozens more for seatbelt violations. Beginning in 2 weeks, many teenage drivers in Pennsylvania will not be able to take any more midnight cruises. Beginning August 24th, drivers under the age of 18 will not be allowed to drive after 11 p.m. The only exception will be for volunteer firefighters. This new requirement is designed to reduce a teen's exposure to high-risk driving times. Well, some Youngstown kids who don't even have their driver's licenses yet were behind the wheel today, competing in a nationwide fight against drugs. It's the Race Against Drugs for 7 to 12-year-olds. They took an oath to live a drug-free life and were rewarded with T-shirts and hats. The actual race was for a $10,000 scholarship, which will be awarded. Kmart pitched in by donating $5 to local drug and alcohol abuse prevention programs for every one of these drivers who crossed the finish line. It's hard to believe that in just a few weeks, the new school year will be underway. But one Youngstown school is already cheering on their football teams. The Voney Rogers Football League kicked off the beginning of their football season with a big parade through downtown Youngstown this morning. All the football players were in uniform while the cheerleaders had a chance to practice their new cheers. Youngstown's Ronald McDonald House is getting a new look for the fall. The exterior and the interior of the Ronald McDonald House is getting a new paint job. This work is being done through a partnership between the McDonald House and the International Brotherhood of Painters. The project has given painters apprentices a working classroom, complete with supplies to use as part of their educational programs for the 1999 school year. An Austintown company is making sure that kids are safe as they head back to school. Polaris Technologies and Austintown Emergency Services teamed up for this Safety Awareness Day for local families. Several hundred families showed up to have their kids fingerprinted and learn about seatbelt, fire, and even exotic critter safety.
We've always wanted to do something, like this for our workforce, and we decided that we were going to take it to the next level and, present it for the community. We've had the cooperation with all of the local emergency services. They've all pretty much, dedicated their time and their resources to come out here and put this on for the kids. Help. We'd rather prevent an accident than respond to an accident.
Polaris Technologies is a division of Modern Builder Supply. They make windows and doors.
From the Weather Lab, weather on the 5s with the Valley's first meteorologist, Stan Boney.
Well, Stan's in the Weather Lab today. We've been waiting for some rain.
And it finally arrived. Not a whole lot of it, at least not yet anyway. Actually, we're just getting a couple of drops outside right now, but before the night is over, we will likely see some heavier rain. It probably won't happen until 10, 11 o'clock tonight, and then I think overnight tonight there could be one of those rains that's going to water everybody's garden and lawn. Let's take a look at sky right now. We're looking right off to the west. Mostly just cloudy skies right now, at least that's all we're seeing there. There are a few light rain showers now falling across the area, but believe me, the heavier rain will fall here, probably in the next few hours. It'll probably be 10, 11 o'clock tonight, and at that point we'll see some more moderate rain. 24-hour forecast looks like this. We'll see rain at 11 o'clock tonight, very likely, and then when we wake up tomorrow morning as well, there could be some light rain around as well. There's a chance of a thunderstorm overnight tonight. I don't think there's going to be anything severe. Partly sunny at 1 o'clock. By this time tomorrow night, we will be back to sunny skies. Here's what's happening right now at Hickory High School in Hermitage. The temperature is 80, the dew point 68. The wind fairly light, barometer's down at 29.89, and it is still falling. No rain yet in the Hermitage area. Officially at the airport in Vian, it's been dry so far. The high 83 and the low to 57. Let's start off tonight. Radar. This is northeast Ohio, northwest PA. Watch a little area of rain now moving its way right across our area. There may be a couple of patches of more moderate rain, but really most of it fairly light, and you can see the edge of it right back just to the east of Canton. So this light rain not going to last too long. But then behind that, there is heavier rain. You can watch it now move its way through Indiana and now into northwest Ohio. A couple of patches of more moderate rain. I do think we are going to see some rain overnight tonight, and again, maybe even a thunder shower. Plenty of cloud cover with this rain. In fact, watch it move into Ohio. Then you got to go all the way back to Chicago, southern Wisconsin before you see any breaks. I do think we will see some sunshine before the day is over tomorrow, though I don't think it is going to be in the morning. Here are the temperatures. We're still at 80, Buffalo at 78, but where it has been raining and where it has been cloudy, it is much cooler. 76 in Detroit, Grand Rapids, already to 66 degrees. All right, here's what it's going to be like for the next 5 days. Tomorrow, the rain will very likely